Hey yo, and what is up, gang? Thank you for checking out Sledgehammer TV today. It is Tuesday, March the 20th, 2018, and it is time to bring the hammer down with some tremendous breaking news as the WWE has announced Daniel Bryan's clearance for an in-ring return, and we are going to talk about that right here and right now on the newest, fastest rising podcast in all of YouTube, baby! The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Let's do it. Yes!
The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
Alright, wrestling fans, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Nick Nightmare. Along with me, as always, is the world's greatest tag team, the world heavyweight champion of microphones, Blue the Snowball, and Thor the Sledgehammer, the wrestling god of thunder. And we are here to talk about some fantastic friggin' news, man. We do not get the chance to be this happy on this show this often, and we have got to take advantage of this situation right now. Daniel Bryan has been one of my favorite wrestlers ever since I seen him step foot in NXT in its original inception as that ridiculous game show they used to have it as. But Daniel Bryan, with The Miz as his trainer or his legend or whatever they phrased it as, automatically appealed to me. I don't know what it was. And all these years later, to have Daniel Bryan taken away was terrible. Now, I couldn't imagine how it felt to be him. It's like, imagine you get the most delicious bowl of ice cream you've ever wanted, and they gave it to you and you ate it, and it's delicious and you can't wait to keep eating it, and then they take it away after just giving you like maybe 1 or 2 scoops full. And now you're pissed off. You want more. You need more. You're not satisfied. That was Daniel Bryan with pro wrestling. It was taken away from us way too soon. But now, thanks to the efforts of himself and all of those who support him, us in the WWE Universe, staying behind him, giving him the reactions that he continues to keep getting, the WWE has finally made it clear that Daniel Bryan is okay in their eyes, which has been the one thing that has been eluding everybody. For the longest time, Daniel Bryan's been out there telling everybody, listen, I've been talking to the best doctors in the world. The only doctor that is telling me I can't wrestle is the WWE's doctor, and I don't understand why that is. And now, finally, I guess Dr. Maroon is not such a maroon after all, as he's finally come around and given his okay, and we are going to get to see Daniel Bryan probably just in a couple of weeks at WrestleMania. Let's talk about some of the things we expect to see with Daniel Bryan upon his fantastic news and his return. He's going to lead SmackDown Live with this news, that's for sure. That is for sure. Where he ends up for WrestleMania 34 is almost obvious. He is going to be Shane McMahon's vengeance. You know, if it's going to be in a tag team match with Shane, if he's going to get somebody to tag with him of a better, more relevant level than Shane McMahon, being that Shane's stepping away from the commissionership now. I don't know how that's all going to play out. Now Daniel Bryan coming back in ring is going to leave SmackDown Live without a general manager. So it's going to be interesting to see where things go tonight. I expect him to be inserted into this storyline for WrestleMania 34. And it's fantastic. But let's bring out that hammer and let's just look at some of the situations that some people might not be looking at, because everybody's so excited, as are we, for this news. It's tremendous. But we don't really know the details. Daniel Bryan's contract has yet to be renegotiated. He needs to re-sign with the WWE, that's A. He may not want to be a part-timer. The WWE may want to issue that as his little, caveat to his contract, because they truly don't want him to hurt himself now that everything, even though he's cleared now, they don't want to get that egg in their face that they were so afraid of getting by letting him get hurt in the ring. So they might want to limit his dates. They might want to not feature him at house shows and things of that nature. We don't know any of the details because they haven't even come to the table yet. Daniel Bryan's contract is going to expire soon. They are going to have to renegotiate a deal. He's going to want to wrestle, and if they don't agree to his terms, even though now he is allowed to wrestle with them, he still may very well go and play with the Bullet Club and guys in Ring of Honor, or maybe go to New Japan, so that he could truly live out his dream and fulfill his career. Maybe that's something he does need to do. Maybe he needs to step away from the company now, go fulfill some of his dreams outside the company, and then come back the triumphant hero. That's a situation that could definitely happen. We can't leave that out of the situation, because yeah, he's coming back, but does the WWE really want him to wrestle? Is he going to throw a wrench into the Roman initiative? We all know that's going to be the case. Daniel Bryan is going to be the #1 guy in the company. He has been, even just as SmackDown's general manager. Every single time he comes out is the biggest reaction of the night. Wait until you see it tonight. We are just a few hours away from SmackDown Live, and it is going to be one of the most important moments in the entire year, with Daniel Bryan making this announcement as this show is going to hit the airwaves. What else can we say about this? I mean, let's just look at this for a second. Remember how good Daniel Bryan was. He's had a nice layoff. He's fully recovered. His body is completely rested. He has been aching and itching and chomping at the bit just to get back in that ring. And how good do you think he's going to be now? He's going to be infinitely better. He's going to be more careful. He's not going to be careless. He's going to be a more meticulous wrestler than he already was, which is absolutely crazy to me. And the biggest thing I can tell you guys to mirror this, the biggest example of this that I can compare what I'm trying to tell you, is Shawn Michaels. Remember Shawn Michaels? Remember how good Shawn Michaels was when he first came in, all the way up until he lost his smile and he had to step away and he hurt himself and he injured his back and his spine and he couldn't do it anymore after the whole WrestleMania thing with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Mike Tyson. We did not see Shawn Michaels anymore until after some years passed. Everything seemed to be okay with his health, and he came back to the ring and he entered into that tremendous program with Triple H with that SummerSlam match that is absolutely unbelievable between these two guys, and it launched his secondary career, which led us from him winning the Elimination Chamber and getting another heavyweight championship under his belt, through a rivalry with Triple H that was second to none, through his whole entire thing with The Undertaker. That all came after Shawn was told he will never wrestle again. Daniel Bryan had reached the same precipice in his career. He is kind of paralleling the career of his trainer and his mentor, Shawn Michaels, which is absolutely crazy. Remember that. Keep that in the back of your mind. Remember how good Shawn was when he came back. He was 110 times better, and being better than the best is insane. Daniel Bryan is going to bring that to us again. If the WWE truly allows him to perform at full capacity, that is the one thing we need to hold back and wait and see. What are the WWE's intentions going to be? What are their intentions of clearing him just 3 weeks out from WrestleMania? Lots of questions, not many answers, but still fantastic news. It's great to speculate upon. Can you imagine the matches we are going to get to see if the WWE just goes full steam with this? We can have Daniel Bryan versus Nakamura, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Bryan and Joe, Bryan versus Seth Rollins, Bryan versus Aleister Black, when the guys from NXT start coming up, even Andrade Cien Almas. Imagine him versus Daniel Bryan. Kurt Angle already took to Twitter and is already teasing, "Oh, I'm so happy for Daniel Bryan. That's very interesting. It's true. WrestleMania 35. Could we see Kurt Angle versus Daniel Bryan a year from now right here in the Big Apple for WrestleMania 35? I will do my goddamnedest to be there. I'm only a few miles away. It's only a matter of a ticket cost and whether or not I want to put myself through 7 hours of WrestleMania at a MetLife Stadium in order to get to that match. But we will come to that bridge when we get to it. Will we cross it? You will know first right here on this channel. But that's a whole year away. This ain't once in a lifetime. We ain't going to make you guys wait a whole year because we ain't here to really talk about that. It's just speculation, but imagine how amazing that would be. But still, one of the things that's troubling me with the WWE right now is, yeah, we're getting all these matchups, right? But that's how I feel the WWE are just viewing these things. They're just matchups. They're not relishing in the build as much as they used to. They're not giving us the stories behind the matches like they used to. And just giving us AJ and Shinsuke just for the sake of giving it to us because we want it seems to be the storyline that we're getting. So I'm not really, you know, as much as I want all those matches, what I want even more is for them to mean something. So Daniel Bryan versus Nakamura needs to be more than just, oh, well, here, it's a dream match here, just have it. You know, they have something so special with Daniel Bryan and the roster of talent that they have under their wing right now. The matchups is a round robin of dream matches that cannot be duplicated by the arrival of any person. Not even CM Punk coming back right now would give you the amount of dream matchups that you've always wanted to see, or something that would really be top-notch, AAA 5 stars. It's just fantastic. The future is bright if. Remember that if. That's why the hammer's here, because, yeah, it's great. Everybody's happy. We're ecstatic. And I can't wait to see the road that is coming down the line with Daniel Bryan. But this is the WWE, and they are always worried about protecting their self-interest first. So how far will they allow Daniel Bryan to go? How much will we get to see of Daniel Bryan? I can't wait. If they do it right, it's going to be amazing. It may actually make 2018 into 2019 the greatest year in pro wrestling that we've had in the WWE, all based off the arrival of one man. Now, I'm not just sitting here telling you guys this because I love Daniel Bryan, because the matchups and the quality that he brings to the ring and what these other guys bring to the ring, why wouldn't you want to see all these things? If you don't want to see these matches, then you're crazy. Whether or not you're a fan of Daniel Bryan doesn't matter. That match, you even know it. You know that would be a fantastic match because Daniel Bryan's wrestling is great. And you're putting him in there against equally great talents. It's going to be some of the best wrestling we'll ever see. I didn't really want to see him brought back in this Shane McMahon angle, but that seems to be the way it's going, so we're just going to have to get over it. I'm not going to keep bitching and moaning about it. Is there a better way they could have brought him back? Absolutely. But I don't think they really had plans on doing so. There is some speculation going on. People are crazy. And although it's already been made public knowledge that AJ Styles kind of injured himself, it wasn't a real injury. It was said to be just to play into the storyline for the live crowd. He was selling. He was selling the action, giving wrestling its reality, giving it a little depth by making everybody wonder, oh, I would think AJ might be hurt. He's not hurt. They've come out on the record and stated he's not hurt, but there are people still speculating that maybe they're pulling the trigger on Bryan's return to make him a replacement, because he would be the only suitable replacement for AJ Styles, and I say he's not. Even Daniel Bryan is not a suitable replacement for AJ Styles across the ring from Nakamura, because this dream match means more than just a WWE marquee match at WrestleMania. They have a history that the WWE has yet to really delve in on. And it's essentially a Wrestle Kingdom rematch. It's another chapter in a story that's already being played out. Daniel Bryan and Shinsuke Nakamura, although they may have some sort of history on the indies, I'm not really aware of any. That is a dream match, yes, but it just means so much more when it's AJ. Because of their friendship, because of their relationship, and their history. So it's not an equal swap. Maybe in match quality, sure, but the meaning behind the match would not mean much. How are you going to build Daniel Bryan versus Shinsuke in 3 weeks? What could possibly be the motivation? You're just going to make him look like some crazy guy coming out of nowhere. Yeah, I haven't wrestled in 3 years, but I'm going to come and I'm going to wrestle for the title. I'm going to insert myself in this match for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. Would that be great? Another triple threat match? First of all, I wouldn't want another triple threat match. But if we're talking about Daniel Bryan, Shinsuke Nakamura, and AJ Styles, that's a hell of a triple threat match, don't you think? And I'm going to leave you guys with this last note. Okay? There is somebody that's terrified right now. And if he's not, and if he tells you he's not, he's lying. Because The Miz has made his name all year long killing Daniel Bryan. Talking smack was pretty much his forum to just rag on Daniel Bryan, and he ran him down over and over and over and over again. Daniel Bryan is now in a position to get some vengeance on The Miz, and The Miz better be counting his lucky stars right now that they are on opposing brands. Because if they were on the same brand, I have a feeling that The Miz would have a target on his back, and the Yes Movement would be coming to yes his ass all the way to Kingdom Come and get vengeance for all the horrendous things that The Miz was saying under the safety of the fact that Daniel Bryan could not retaliate. Daniel Bryan's retaliation is coming to The Miz at some point. They would be stupid. They would be absolutely stupid to not maximize the potential of that rivalry with the history and the story behind it. Like we keep saying, that's the most important thing in these matchups. That should be going down at WrestleMania. Again, another reason why Finn Balor should be the Intercontinental Champion. Going one-on-one against Samoa Joe, or in a triple threat with Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins. So that The Miz would be free right now. Nothing to do. He's going to be on his way home to celebrate the birth of his baby girl somewhere in and around WrestleMania week anyway. Have him have a match with Daniel Bryan so Daniel Bryan could kick his ass and send him out of the WWE for a while. That would be a WrestleMania moment. Daniel Bryan's comeback would be well worth it. He would get vengeance. He would be vindicated from all The Miz's bullshit, and then The Miz would go be a daddy for a little while, and then we're eventually going to see him come back again, which is fine, but we would get the break that we needed from The Miz. We would have the return of Daniel Bryan. All of that talk and smack stuff could be brought full circle and then concluded as a storyline should be. Not like what we saw on The Ultimate Deletion. We talked about that in the Raw review last night. But that would be so much better, wouldn't it? Let me know what you guys think. So that's pretty much it. That is the big news of the day. Everybody's talking about it, so we had to be here to bring the hammer down on it to you guys. Because like I said, as great as it is, there's still a lot we need to learn about the situation going forward. What is his contract going to entail? Is he going to be full-time or part-time? Are they going to allow him to just full-on wrestle? You know, because they could still place stipulations upon him, even though he is cleared, and say it's for his own protection. We still have to see what the future holds, but that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this little quick breaking news episode of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. We got SmackDown Live, like I said, in just a couple of hours. Don't forget to check back with us tonight for the review of that show. Yesterday was absolutely horrible. Monday Night Raw. That review is up on the channel. We talked about the Moolah Battle Royal. That's up on the channel. We talked about Roman Reigns and Johnny Bravo and his BS steroids nonsense. We talked about all that. If you want to check any of that out, it is live for your viewing pleasure on the channel right now. Don't forget, as always, to hit that thumbs up. Show me and let the world know that this show is thumbs up, and you can do that by smashing it right now. Don't forget to share this video with all your wrestling buddies. Make sure you get it to everybody that you know that loves professional wrestling and would like to be part of the growing community of knowledgeable and awesome wrestling fans that preside here in the Sledgehammer Club. Don't forget to pick up them shirts and subscribe today if you are not a member of the Sledgehammer Club right now. I'm smacking it down for you guys. The Sledgehammer's coming down on that subscribe button just like your fingers should be doing right now. My name is Nick Nightmare. This is the world's greatest tag team. Blue the Snowball Microphone, the World Heavyweight Champion of Microphones. Thor the Sledgehammer, the Wrestling God of Thunder. This has been the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, the show of wrestling gods, champions, and legends. Thank you guys for joining me. That is going to do it, and we are out of here, and we will see you next time right here on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Shirts!